All right, so we have made the form, and now in this select box we want to list down all the model that we have in the project. Okay, so let's go to our code and see how we can bring that from the project. Let me close all the tabs. So I want to write function inside this import data. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to check if the request is post or not. If request dot method is equal to post, then let's return, and we'll handle that later. In the else case, we will say get all the models. Okay, all models is equal to, we want to get all the models here. So how we can do that? Okay, so what we'll do is we need the models. So if I try to get all the models of the project, it is going to give me all the models including the default models. Okay, so we don't want the default models. What I'll do is I'll actually create one function inside the utils.py. Okay, so here in the data entry app, I'm going to create one extra file. I'll call it as utils.py. So inside its utils.py, I'm going to get all the apps now. Django.apps, import apps. Okay, so here I'll say define get all, get all custom apps, custom models. Okay, custom models, because I want to list down only those models that I have created. Okay, so I don't want to list down all the content type, session, log entry, group, permission, model, all those stuff. Okay, so we don't want that. We only want the model name that we have created, like this. Okay, so the customer model, student model. Okay, we don't want other models. So here what I'll do is I will actually try to get all the apps. Okay, first I'll try to get all the apps. So first of all, I'll say custom models is equal to one empty list. So then I will say for model in, we have imported the apps, right? So inside this apps, we have a function called get models. Okay, so in the previous videos also I have explained how this get models work. Okay, so this will actually give me all the models. So here what I'll do is I will print the models. I'll print the models, I mean model. Let's see how many model I'll get. Okay, so this function I'll trigger here. All models is equal to get all custom models, and I have to import this from .utils import get all custom models. Okay, so this will give me all models. So I think this is enough, and save this file and make sure this file is also saved. And once the get request comes, so this get all custom models function is going to trigger, and this is going to fetch the model. Okay, so let's see if that works. Refresh this page, and now here you should see. Okay, so this is giving me all the models. So see log entry, permission, group, user, content type, and session, and then student and customer. Okay, so these 6 models, they are actually coming with the Django installation. Okay, so we don't want to list down these models. Okay, so that is the reason I'm going to exclude these models. Okay, so here inside this get all custom models, I'm going to say default models. Default models is equal to, so we'll create a list and we'll say content type, comma, session, comma, log entry, and group comma permission, comma, then group. Okay, permission is done, group is done, content type is done, then session is done. Okay, user. Okay, I don't want to exclude user, because if you have user data, you should be able to import the user data as well. Okay, so next thing is, okay, so we have the default models list, and then here inside the for loop, I'm going to say if model dot, if model dot underscore underscore name. Okay, why underscore underscore name? Like this. Okay, because wait, let me show you what is this underscore underscore name. So when I refresh this page, okay, when I refresh this page, here you see this class, right? Like this. Okay, you see this class, class data entry model dot customer, all these things. But I only want the model name. I don't want these things. Okay, so that's why you can take that out from this model dot underscore underscore name. Okay, now if I print this one, let's see what happens. Refresh, and here you can see only models are being fetched, right? So that's the reason I want to make one simple condition here. If model dot underscore underscore name, okay, if model dot underscore underscore name not in default models list. Okay, so if this name is not in this list, then I'm going to say custom models. Okay, I'm going to in short append that model to this list. Custom models dot append, then this one, this name, copy and just put it here. Okay, now if you refresh, okay, let me return it and we will print it from here. We'll simply return the custom models. Okay, so how this is working? So we are actually trying to get all the custom models. Okay, so first of all, we are making one simple list which contains the default models, because we want to exclude these models. We don't want to import anything inside these models. Okay, so that's why I want to exclude these database tables or models. Now we are taking one simple blank list, and then I'm looping through all the models of our Django apps. And if the model name that we are looping is not inside this default models list, then we are actually putting that model inside the custom models list. Okay, so that's how it is. And then we will return this, return custom models, and then let's print it from here. Yes, print all models. Okay, so refresh. Okay, so when you refresh, you can see user, student and customer. Okay, only 3. So we have got the model names, and what we will do is we'll put that inside the context, and inside the context I'll say all models colon all models. So this can be anything. Okay, so don't worry, this is not all models which includes these default models. This is just a variable name if you want this to be custom models. Okay, so I don't want confusions. I'll say custom model. Okay, so these custom models will only have the models that we have created plus this user model. Okay, in case if you want to import data to this user model. Okay, and then we'll pass this context to this import data, and let's go to import data.html. We are going to loop through this option. Okay, let me open the for loop for model in custom models, right? For model in custom models. Okay, so you see this color, right? So it again became Django HTML. I want this to be HTML page. Okay, and then I'll end for model in custom models, and then I'm going to print the model name here, model, and this will also be, the value will also be model. Okay, at this point we can refresh and see everything is working, and you can see we have listed down all the models of our Django project. So if you don't want the user model, you can always go to utils and add that user inside this default models. Yes, so this way we will exclude this user model. Yes, save this and you see refresh. Okay, so user model is gone. You can only import to student and customer. All right, so that's about fetching the models, and we'll extend this functionality in the next one.